All right, so you grab a nice thin rubber band. You're going to go pullovers, lock the elbows, pull the band up and over the back of your body. Now, when you do this, you must ensure that you don't arch your lower back like that. You're going to brace your abs, brace your butt, lock this in so there's no movement through the lumbar spine, yeah? So you're locking the elbows, reaching up, pulling over, taking it back as far back as you can go, and you're going back and forth like that. If it's too difficult, you can take your arms a bit wider apart, which makes it obviously a lot easier. If it's too easy, you bring it in a little closer and you create a lot more stretch onto the front of the shoulder. You're going to do this one 10 times. Okay, so for the band pull aparts, you lock your elbows, you pull your shoulder blades together. You brace your butt, you brace your abs, and you pull shoulders together, you pull the band apart, feel the squeeze of your shoulder blades pulling together. 1, 2, 3. Release, keep your shoulder blades pulled together, keep your abs locked in, pull apart. 2, 2, 3. If it's too difficult, take the band wider apart. Too easy, take the band closer to make it more challenging. You do 10 reps. The alternating pullovers, you bring the band up, over your arm, lock your elbow, ensure your elbow doesn't bend, lock the elbow, keep the bottom arm pushing too, so both our elbows are locked. Bring the band up, over the back of your torso, bring it up, over to the front. Repeat the same thing on the other side, so alternate, up, over, tap. Like all the other exercises, keep your abs locked, keep your butt locked, so you're not overextending the lumbar spine. So what you're going to do on this one is you're going to do 10 repetitions, alternating arms. Using the handles and the band, if you don't have handles, what you can also use is a thin rubber band as an alternative to that. You can just hold the band like that, but for this purpose, we're going to use the handles, which are always a lot more effective because of the movement that you can get in the handles, but both will work. Elbows bent at a 90 degree. What we're trying to do here is get more range of motion through our external rotator through the shoulder. So you're going to walk forward so you can feel that band pulling that elbow back. You'll feel the pectoral and the shoulder muscle, the deltoid, stretching out. So you feel the stretch, keep your butt locked in, abs tight so you're not overarching your back. Feel the stretch, 1, 2, 3, stretch, pull down, rotate it down. Now, when you rotate down, don't make the mistake of pushing your elbow forward. The elbow needs to stay back throughout the movement. And you're going to do 10 reps of this one. Okay, so with the same band that you are using, you now bring the elbows back. And you're going to, again, lock your abs in, lock your butt in. You rotate the arms back as far back as you can. Avoid your lower back doing any arching. Lock your abs in, lock your butt in. Feel the external rotators, the back of the shoulders turning on. 1, 2, 3, rotate down. Don't make the mistake of letting your elbows drift forward. Keep your elbows nice and back. Externally rotate. 1, 2, 3, rotate down. You're going to do 10 reps of that one. Put the elbow locked into the side. You make sure that your shoulder girdle is down and back. So basically squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed together. Externally rotate the elbow. Keep the elbow locked into the torso. Don't make the mistake of dropping the elbow forward and bringing the elbow out like that. Lock it in, rotate open, feel the back of the shoulder turning on. 1, 2, 3, release, but keep the shoulder back, keep the elbow back. Open up, 2, 2, 3, release. And you do that 10 times on either arm. Okay, so for the wrist routine, we're going to take the hands back like this. Lock the elbows. You're going to lean back into the wrist, hold that stretch. 1, 2, 3, ease it off. Lean back as deep as you can. Now, with this wrist routine, what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate a toe stretch, a plantar flexion stretch. So you're going to tuck your toes under to help you get that mobility in your feet. So you're killing two birds with one stone. You're stretching out your feet and you're stretching out your wrists. So lean back, 1, 2, 3, release. You're going to do that 10 times. Once you've done 10 times like that, you're going to turn your hands forward. You're going to lock your elbows. You're going to keep the bicep facing forward. You're going to push up through your shoulders. You're peeling your hands up off the ground as high up as you can go. 1, 2, 3, drop down. Lift up, 2, 2, 3, lock down. You're going to do that 10 times. Once you've finished with that, you're going to take the back of the hands on the ground like this, bend your elbows, push and try, lock and straighten your elbows. Hold that stretch. 1, 2, 3. Bend, press. 2, 2, 3. From there, you're going to lock your elbows. Make sure your biceps are not bending at the elbow. Again, keeping your toes tucked under. Sit on your haunches as much as you can tolerate. Lock your elbows. Roll your wrists in a circular motion, 10 in one direction, and then you're going to swap over and do 10 in the other direction. You're then going to cock your wrists up, keeping your elbows locked. Extend your hands open, close your hands. Extend open, close your hands. You're going to do that 10 times. So for the hip flexor lunge, you want to get yourself a step that is not higher than the knee. It must be either knee height or slightly lower, right? You're going to place one foot up onto the step. You're going to use a stick or a pole, a solid stick or pole, to help you with stability. You're going to be stretching out your hip flexors on this stretch and also stretching out your plantar flexors of your foot, right? So what we're going to do is hold nice upright posture. Avoid your body dropping forward like this. You're going to drop your back knee down as deep as you can go. Use the other hand on your knee for stability. You're going to press that back leg straight. Avoid lifting up when you press the leg straight. So keep your knee down, bend, press. Feel the intense stretch through your hip flexors and your quads. 1, 2, 3. Bend, go down lower, stretch. Bend, stretch. So you're going to do that for 10 reps. On the 10th rep, hold your legs straight, full stretch, and hold that for 10 seconds. You then repeat the same thing on the other leg. Okay, so you're going to adjust the rings to shoulder height. So straight on the front of your shoulder, that's where the bottom of the ring goes, yeah? From there, you're going to have your palms facing forward. You're going to squat down behind the ring. You're going to stretch out your shoulders. From this point over here, you're going to engage your shoulder blades. So you're going to pull down with your shoulder blades. From there, you're going to pull up. You're going to lean back slightly and lift up onto the tippy toes. Pull the hands down below the shoulder as much as you can. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Hold that position. 1, 2, 3. Slowly lower down. Feel it with control. Stretch it out. Keep your shoulder blades engaged and then pull up again. Up on your tippy toes, squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Now, when you're pulling up to the side, if we come to the side with the camera view, I want you to take special note of what to do and what not to do. The biggest mistake people make with this one is when they come up, they let the weight go too far forward, and there you lose all the tension off the pull-up. So the minute you pass that 90-degree point, you've lost the tension. So when you do this pull-up, you've got to ensure at all times that you're leaning slightly back. See how I'm squeezing my pelvis up and under? You want to avoid doing this with your back. Arching your lower back. That'll jam up the lumbar spine and cause pain in your lower back. So squeeze your butt up and under, clench your butt cheeks, lower down, come up, squeeze the butt cheeks, squeeze the abs, squeeze the lats. And you're going to do this one for 8 to 12 reps. Okay, so for the pigeon stretch, we're going to bring the front leg up. Now, with this front leg here, what we ideally want to do is have the ankle slightly in front of the knee at that point there, yeah? Once you've got that position, it's okay if you're not flexible enough for you to lift your knee up and have that knee slightly up. As you get more and more flexible, you'll be able to drop that knee to the ground, but the ankle is slightly in front of the knee. From here, you hold yourself nice and upright. You're going to bend your back knee down to increase the stretch in the front glute. And then you're going to straighten the back leg, hold yourself upright, 1, 2, 3, bend, press, 2, 2, 3, bend, press, 3, 2, 3. When you press, don't lift up, stay down, increase the range of motion going further and further down. On the 10th repetition, you're going to hold it for 10 seconds, and then you're going to repeat the same thing on the other leg. Okay. So we're going to do the downward dog to push up, which can also progress to the bear walk. So I'll give you the easier variation, which is just holding a push-up position with your butt tucked up and under. Drive your hips up in the air, drive your head back, and you're trying to drive your heels into the ground. 1, 2, 3. Come forward, brace butt, brace abs. 2, 2, 3. So you do that for anything from 10 to 20 repetitions like that. If you find that's way too easy for you, you can progress this and try the bear walk. The bear walk is going opposite arm, opposite leg forward. So you walk forward, 10 steps going forward, and then 10 going back, keeping your legs locked and keeping your elbows locked. Okay, so for the heel raise squats, you can use a pole or wall or anything that's stable in front of you just to help you stabilize with this exercise in the beginning phase. So this is the easier variation. So what you're going to do is you're going to raise your heels up as high as you can. The trick is to keep your heels up as high as you can. You're then using the pole, wall, whatever you want to use in front of you, and you're trying to keep your back nice and erect. You're then going to squat, maintaining, you see my lower back is in a natural curvature. At no point does the back round out. You're going to keep your spine nice and upright, and you're going to load up your quads, and you're going to strengthen that lower back and keep your spine nice and upright. You're going to hold this bottom position. 1, 2, 3, drive back up again. If you feel very proficient with this movement, you can do it without the support. So you could have your hands out in front of you for balance, and then you're keeping your heels nice and up. Hold those heels nice and up, and hold your posture. Don't let your body fall forward. Keep nice and upright and vertical. 1, 2, 3. Come up, maintain that calf muscle staying up at all times. Okay, so we're going to go for the rows. So the rings are adjusted at your hip level. You're going to walk back. Find the position that feels comfortable for you. So if I start here, you see the knees are bent at a 90-ish degree angle. You're engaging the shoulder blades together. You're squeezing your butt, squeezing your abs. Looking up to the sky, ceiling. Pull up, squeeze those shoulders back, look up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, and release. When you're releasing, make sure your shoulder blades stay back. So what I mean by that is your shoulder blades are always squeezed together. Even when you're releasing with your arms straight, keep your shoulders back. So shoulders back, pull up, chest up, 1, 2, 3, release, keep shoulder blades together. If the movement is too easy for you, you can come more underneath the rings. If the movement's too difficult, you can shuffle back and make it easier. So it's up to you how much you want to load up in your back. You must make it tolerable that you can get that hand back in line with your chest at least. If you can't get your hand in line with your chest, the movement is too difficult, you need to shuffle back. You're going to do anything from 8 to 12 repetitions. Okay, so for the hip thrust, we're going to place the band around the knees to get maximal external rotation stimulation through the glutes. You're going to lie back over a bench or a bed or anything that isn't above knee height and sit down like this. From here, you're going to pull your knees out against the band, yeah? Make sure your feet are facing nice and straight. Avoid your toes turning out like this. So feet nice and straight, knees out. From here, it's all in the pelvic tilt. See how I'm scooping my pelvis up and under. So you must get that scoop of the pelvis. If you don't scoop your pelvis, all you're doing is just jamming up your lower back. You're not turning on your glutes properly. So make sure you got that pelvic scoop. Look down at your knees, scoop the pelvis, pull the knees out. You'll feel the bum turning on. 1, 2, 3. Come down. Scoop the pelvis up and under. I like to put my hands on the hips to help the pelvis get a really good scoop there. 2, 2, 3, and down. So you're going to do this pelvic scooping for at least 10 times. Okay, so we're going to adjust the rings down to knee level. You're going to walk forward and you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks. You're going to push up through your shoulder blades. You're going to keep the palms facing in towards the body. You're going to bend your elbows in, down, and through. Making sure that your back is not arching like this. Making sure you keep your butt super tight, your abs super tight. Press up, lock up through the shoulder blades. If the movement is too difficult, you simply shuffle forward. If the movement's too easy, you simply shuffle back. So you choose the level that suits your capabilities at this stage. You're going to do 8 to 12 repetitions of this one. Once you've finished the push-up, you're going to finish off with a nice little stretch. You're going to walk forward like this into a crucifix stretch. You're going to squeeze your butt tight, abs tight. You're going to lean forward into the stretch. You'll feel a fantastic stretch through your chest and your shoulders. You're going to hold the stretch for 30 seconds. Once you've completed 30 seconds like that, you're going to turn over to the side, lift the arm up in the air, lean the arm up as high up over the torso as you possibly can. Bring the inside leg forward, the outside leg back. Reach your arm over your ear and then lean your hip over the side to get a nice big maximal stretch out of the lateral side of your body, your lats, your iliotibial band. holding a nice stretch for 30 seconds. You then turn around, do the same thing, inside leg forward, outside leg back, reach up over your ear, lean your hip over to the side, nice 30-second stretch, and that's the routine.